prevalently debated topics in the scientific world today is global warming. It's important to understand what it is and that it is prevalent in our world today in order so that we can do our part to prevent it. My speech will focus on the proof that it's prevalent in our society and our environment, the global warming's negative impacts on humans and other animals. I'll show you guys specific cases that I found, and also what we can do to reduce the amount of greenhouse gases to prevent it. So what exactly is global warming? According to the Oxford Dictionary, it's the gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's surface. Many people argue that global warming doesn't exist. However, there's many scientists today that have recorded the Earth's gradual increase in temperature over the past 100 years. And the ecology professor Terry Root recorded that it's risen on average 0.68 degrees Celsius, which doesn't seem like a lot to us, but whenever in the scientific world, it's considered to be a rapid increase. So why do we care and why does it matter? Global warming has a severe negative impact on animals around the world today. It's causing animals in certain regions to separate from their communities and migrate apart, which is going to increase the rate at which they extinct. And it's tearing animal communities apart, which is obviously not good for organisms. In areas such as Egypt, global warming is causing the Nile River to lose 30 to 60% of its natural resources, which is causing the people there, their economy and production, it rests on things like the Nile River and also their rain-fed farming, which has declined 50% due to rapid climate change. So it's negatively impacting their resources and their economy in Egypt. But beyond the animal effects and what's happening in places like Egypt, it can really affect the spread of human disease. According to the National Resources Defense Council, an increase of temperature, precipitation, and humidity allows for insects carrying deadly diseases to spread quicker. Lyme disease, for example, is carried through tick species, and rising temperatures increases the rate at which they're carrying these diseases, and it opens up the possibility of new diseases to spread to new regions. Another example is West Nile disease, which is carried through insects as well, and it's increasing due to warmer environments and global warming over the past century. Because of these various effects, it's really important to understand what you can do and what you can play your role in preventing global warming. So one of the ways we can do this is by lowering the amount of greenhouse gases that we emit, which is through fossil fuels, the amount of gasoline that we burn, which obviously it's a big sacrifice to think like, not using our cars as much and burning less gas overall, but it's important whenever you see all the negative effects that global warming has. So you can do this by simply like riding your bike more. Whenever you go to college, walking more, using less gasoline, and being more aware of what you're putting into the environment and how you can negatively affect increase global warming. Also lowering deforestation, which is kind of, out of our control right now. You can't really control what people do and how they deforest, but you can do things like community projects and planting more trees and things like that. Overall, the negative impacts on global warming should encourage people to take pride in your environment and do as much as you can to prevent it and lower the increasing temperatures in the world today.